I think so.
Is it?
Oh my god!
I think it's him.
I'm definitely not going on that.
Oh, make it stop!
Are you serious? It's terrifying. It's still terrifying.
Welcome to Brothers and Booze. How you doing, Doug?
Screamingly well.
There you go. And everybody's getting back out, so I just wanted to ask you: are there any ride? Would you get on that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't have a problem with rides like that at all. I'm pretty cool with them, but like I understand people who are like scared of heights. That'd be like shitting your pants.
So then, why did you get on it?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if you know that's going to be a problem, why would you do that? And doing that weird camera angle where it kind of cycles onto itself and makes it look like he's wrapping around the pole.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bit disorienting, but yeah, interesting.
So there's no rides at the park that you won't ride.
I can't.
Because that's my limit. That would be my. I don't.
Why is it your limit? Is it just because of height, or is it the spinning?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's the height and then the spinning and the. It's just no. Maybe when I was younger, but I don't know. So Doug, I visited one of America's most popular breweries currently. It's the truth.
So I heard.
Untitled Art.
Yeah, man.
Occupy dry hopped watermelon, lime, Gosa, Doug.
A dry. Hey, I'm impressed, Mister. I don't like Gosas. Yeah, that.
Oh, well, it was part of their 6-pack, and I'm sorry, 4-pack for $20
For Untitled Art. That's not terrible.
Crisp. Watermelon comes out more like melon.
Hmm.
The lime is there. It has a nice little sour ending. It's refreshing. It drinks a lot lighter than it looks, but it has the mouthfeel to it, though, Doug. More than a normal Ghost, in my opinion. And that's part of one of the things I gripe about Ghosts is that they're a little thin, but they need to be a little thin, probably. I like it. It's pretty good. It's a little bit I don't know, sweet. I feel a lot of sugar in this one.
Well, it looks
could be a little lighter, I would say. Now, actually, the more I'm drinking it. What were you gonna say?
I was saying it looks a lot like a juice. Like, you know how like when you pour like that looks like a juice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it drinks not to the that mouthfeel, but
yeah. Well, but it's got that a little bit of the sugary element too. So I wonder if that's the watermelon part.
Yeah, no, a little salty, but not too crazy. I'm digging it.
Okay, good. I'm glad because I know like sometimes those are very touchy for you, depending on which way they fall especially with the salt element.
Well, and I don't know. Before the pandemic, Untitled Art was a little touchy with me too, and the reason is because they had a lot of they have a lot of big flavored over the top beers. I have one here later too that we're going to. So it's. But I figured I'd get to it, Doug, because it's one of the most talked about beers in the beer group for sure, and it's right up the street. So I figured I'd venture out. Well, we can get into that one with Steve, but it was a different beer experience. It was a different brewery experience for me today, and we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got out into the world, man. Good for you.
I was out before, so don't be all like chastising me.
I figured you were still hermit style, so yeah.
Shut up.
Hey, I've been mostly hermit style too, so I can't say much.
No. I was hermit during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
shit.
is a smart way to be.
Right. Go on.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out the one. I believe you had this last week, maybe the week before. Reset West Coast Pale Ale from Torch and Crown that Daniel Fisher sent us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't have a lot of experience with West Coast Pale Ales, to be quite honest. So
yeah.
pours lovely though. Moderately clean glass, not really clean.
There you go, Doug. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Daniel. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not. Now, I've also had this a little bit longer. I probably should have had it sooner, but it's not as crisp as if I would have had it sooner. But it's still pretty good. It holds up nice, not malty, which is the danger with pale ales, is especially IPAs. But this is supposedly a pale ale, but really tasty, good. Yeah, nothing. I'm not like wowed by it, but it's also definitely drinkable, and it would be really drinkable on a hot day. So yeah, cheers.
It's been hot your way, hasn't it?
It was for a couple of days. In the past couple of days, it's cooled down. We had some storms roll through, which really helped. But a couple of days there, man, it was like you walk out, and it was just like, here's a hot glove smacking you in the face as you walked out. It's like, I'm right back inside.
Right. Well, excellent. Without further ado, it's time to bring in our guest. Let's talk some gaming here. He is our friend from the Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. And if I didn't have it at the bottom of the banner, I would have butchered it 6 ways from 7. So, but it's great though, because now when I look for it or I need to go find it, I just put Super in, and then my browser and Google takes care of the rest. So that's really good. But Steve has been seen on top of this podcast. He's been seen on some of our gaming shows that we've done in the past. So without further ado, what's up, Steve?
Well, hello. How are you, gentlemen?
Well, how about you?
We're great.
Doing pretty well myself. Along with Doug, thankful those storms came through, because that was a rough few days of that heat wave. Yeah, no bueno.
Thank goodness for air conditioning. That's all.
Yeah, seriously, I am so thankful for that.
What's in the glass, Steve?
So stopped down at one of our kind of local breweries. We have a good amount around here, called Root Down over in Phoenixville, PA, and this is their 4th anniversary IPA called Root Down Forever. And I was very happy to see their little tribute to Wu-Tang, because
yes,
Wu-Tang, why not?
Yes.
So it is hazy IPA, which is pretty much what I like to drink. I am nowhere near as efficient in explaining it. All I know is I can't see through it. It has my little Fallout man, because got to bring the gaming into it. Shout out to Matt Clark for hooking me up with this for Christmas one year. And yep. But no, it's really, really good. It's not too overpowering. Something where I can actually sit outside on the patio and drink it and not feel like I have like full dank smacking me in the face.
Excellent, man. Root Down is I have a place in my heart for that. Root Down was the first brewery that we went to on my last brewery tour of Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Root Down, and then it was 13 Stable.
Stable 12.
I'm sorry, Stable 12.
Yep.
And then it was a slew after that I can't remember, because I can barely remember the first 2. But Root Down was one of them, and I like Root Down because they have a lot of beers that are their beers are like song centric, right? Or because Root Down is one of them. And yeah, so cheers, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. No, appreciate it. Happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
So Steve, first question is the first question I asked Doug. Are there any rides that you will not get on now? Because we are getting back to being outside, being able to go to all these things, people getting on these rides. Are you one of these guys that just jumps on everything like Doug, or are you like me, you're a fraidy cat?
Well, I'll give it to Doug, because I absolutely would not go on that swing ride. Hell no.
No,
Now, see,
neither would I.
I'll go on like roller coasters. I mean, I white knuckle the whole time.
Right.
I hate heights, but I force myself to go on it because then it's like, oh, fear of death. There's the adrenaline rush or something, even though you're like strapped down or strapped in. But yeah, no, that the swings are probably one thing I wouldn't. Most others, probably. I thought it was funny because I've always been scared of heights. So I thought to get over that, my dad for my 18th birthday was like, do you want to go bungee jumping or skydiving? I'm like, let's go skydiving. Why not? Chuck yourself 10,000 feet out of an airplane. Maybe that'll get you over it. Hasn't got me over it, but that is one of the craziest experiences I've ever had. You're flying up over a hawk where you can smack them. It's like top of the food chain, bitch.
Hey,
But,
I did something similar where I did indoor skydiving, like where they do this.
okay.
Yeah, and you're just like floating. That's something I wouldn't do because it was like blowing the air in my face to the point where I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I did not like. So that's something I wouldn't do. So kudos to you because that's not something I'd ever do.
Appreciate it.
So, Doug, you wouldn't jump out of a plane?
No, not unless I had to.
Yeah.
That's more like of a go, Doug, go. Everybody else has got to go too. Like,
I don't want to go.
I don't want to do it. I don't want it, man. Game over.
Doug, do you have a follow up?
I actually have one that I thought of that a quote unquote ride that I wouldn't do. And it's those stupid slides in the water parks where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
drop. That I won't do. I'll do it if I'm on a ride. If I'm on a ride that will drop, yes.
Right.
The slide things, I just feel like way too
You're
far.
out there. You're just like out there vulnerable.
Yeah,
They put too much. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's just too much. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they put too much responsibility on you. They're like, all right, well, make sure your legs stay straight, keep fully, your back all the way, cross your arms. Is like, if I sit up a little bit, I'm going to hit an air, and then I'm just like flying off, and then, yeah, no, thank you. That's way too much responsibility that I need just to be like, hey, water time.
Right, Doug. I handle the slides like I handle going out, not wearing a mask with the vaccine. It's science. It's science.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm walking up, I just remind myself that this is science. There's no way I can my fat ass will just fly off this fucking thing, even though it feels like it's going to fly off the slide. It's science that I'm just going to drop. I can't go anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like I almost have to like, especially going up the stairs, and then like you have to wait, and then like you're waiting on the stairs, and then like you're just going up. And again, Steve, like I don't like the heights like you, so like it prolongs it.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go up a big slide if I have to wait, Doug. And it's not because it's for the reason of I just don't want to stand that high and look at what I'm about to do for like an hour before I do it.
Okay, that's fair. So then what are rides that you guys do like then?
Oh, I love the roller coasters, like Steve said. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Strap me up in a roller coaster. It's cool. I would even, I'm cool. I would even get stuck in the loop at the top as long as like you get me down. You can't just let me fall out of there.
Yeah.
Well, like how the roller coasters get stuck. I mean, I worked at Dorney Park forever, so like the roller coasters would always get stuck, and then people would and then you had to bring them down, or they would start again. I don't know. That never really scared me. It's kind of like the ice in a plane. For some reason, the ice in a plane never scares me, even though I know it freaks some people out. You guys ever experienced that shit?
No.
I have. That doesn't freak me out either.
Doug, yeah, went to Dad 2.0, San Francisco to Denver. It was a blizzard. We like slide into Denver, and like Denver. I don't know if you guys have been Denver in a snowstorm. Denver in a snowstorm is like any other, in my opinion, any other airport that's not in a snowstorm. Like it's just like they're just like whatever. It's a snowstorm. Who gives a fuck? We're not gonna be late. Like this is out there. They pull out. It's just like business as usual. And I'm like, whoa, you guys could slow down a little bit here. Like, but they're like, you can tell that they're just used to it. Long story short, get back in the plane, and they're like, oh, we're going to de-ice the plane. And I'm like, and then you just see them go around the sides. They're just like spraying. I don't know. So, and some people are like, I don't know. People aren't getting freaked out, but people like I don't know. I don't know that people think that's cool.
And I mean, I could see where that's in the back of people's minds. Some people just have a problem flying anyway, and if you throw like one extra little thing on top of it, they're like, "Is this when I die?" It's like, no, you're going to be okay. 95% chance you're going to be okay, but
Right.
roll with it. You'll be
98% for. At this point, you're more likely to get punched out by somebody who doesn't want to wear a mask than you are to be involved in any kind of like accident with the plane.
that is very true.
Right, the accident, and it's absolutely documented at this point. If you just Google it, because now, I mean, the FAA is trying to get the FAA to do more. They want to like, think they want to charge everybody like federally. So like if you do anything on a plane, they want to start charging the people who, the stewardess and attendants and all the people who are getting punched and screamed at and yelled at and spit on and all that. They want it to be, escalated.
That's assault, man. Come on.
Well, and like John JSG says, COVID madness, right? And just because the pandemic is waning or something, it doesn't mean that like the effects of it are not going to be like slapping us in the face, almost literally sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, when I saw him say COVID madness, I immediately did the Ren and Stimpy Space Madness episode.
Yes.
In my brain, and I was like, "Oh, Doug, don't go don't do that."
Don't do that. That's what air marshals are for, sure. But do we pay air marshals? I don't even know. Like, is that a thing?
I'm not aware of the pay structure of air marshals. I mean, I don't know who actually employs them. Are they technically government agents, not necessarily like private airplane security?
Well,
from what little I understand is they're actually government employees, but I don't know who they report to.
And are they employed on a mass level, or is it just like 3 or 4 dudes on a fucking plane, like on one plane? Like, you know how it goes. After 9/11, they're probably on like what 50% of the planes, and then 10 years after 9/11, when 10% of us forget about 9/11, then we could take it down to like 30% on planes, or you know what I'm saying? They eventually phase this shit out, and then something bad happens, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we phased it out."
Oops. It's like, oh, well, we can start scaling it back. We still have TSA. They're really getting the job done, aren't they?
Right.
Get over here, Ethel. You can't have those nail clippers. I have a hangnail. I'm sorry. It's like, don't punch out grandma. Come on.
Right. So
one guy tries to do a makeshift bomb in his shoes, and we have to take our shoes off 15 times at the airport. That's only happened once, but we got to do that all the time.
Right. And this is a perfect segue to the first video I want Steve to see, which is this is why we don't have any confidence in public like transportation.
Shit, yo, I'm driving the bus. Yeah! Oh, shit is lit. We fucking lit. What? Oh, nah, I'm not here to open. What the fuck?
That wasn't me.
Oh shit! That was me! Yo, how did I speak? Oh, nah, I don't want to hit that. How the fuck they leave this shit open? I mean, yeah, that's how you know this is New York City.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck? Y'all need to do something about this. Y'all really do. I could just hit the brake if I wanted to. This is not safe. I'm chilling though. I want to do that again. I want to do that. I gotta do that one more time. Wait, hold on. Let me wait till you get to the stop, then I'm gonna do it. Cause I'm getting off right here. So, wait. St. Laurent.
Wow.
Did that guy actually post that to his own TikTok so that he could be tracked for that?
Of course. Don,
by this point, well, you got prison talks and all the other different talks anyway. So by this point, it's like, hey, can I get noticed on social media one way or another? Yeah, let's do it. No, at the same time, if I was able to get like into the engine compartment of a subway and start like hitting buttons and being like, I'm a conductor now. Look at me, beep beep. It's like, I do the same thing, and it's like, now if I go and tell somebody without any proof, are they really going to believe me? It's like, now thousands will. I get it. Oh, Daniel's got it right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hearing that. It's like going over the intercom. It's like, how do you turn this off? That I could just stop this now. Just who said that? Am I in danger?
Yeah!
Yes.
Oh, shit is lit. We fucking lit. Let's,
This man is my spirit animal.
Also, why
Oh
is he
no, I'm not
just
gonna
pushing
open.
buttons?
What the fuck?
That
I
wasn't
think
me.
you ever
That
watched
wasn't me.
James Bond.
Oh,
You gotta
shit.
poke a button and get like ejected.
That was me. Yo,
Shit.
Wrong button.
Oh shit, that was me. Oh shit, Doug. This is me too. I got Oak Cream IPA.
Oh man,
Ooh.
that sounds like something you all day.
A New England IPA with oats, Amarillo, Sabro, and Galaxy hops.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is 16% or no 16 7%. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say that's 16%.
Wow.
16 fluid ounces. How about that?
Okay.
There we go. Doug, you digging the can art?
Yeah, they have some of their can art kind of hit or miss with me, but that's really cool. I really dig that one.
Yeah, I think their can art is it should be hit or miss because it looks like it's different artists on different ones.
That's cool.
Maybe the art is untitled.
I see what you did there. Yeah, where's the rim shot button? Or one buddy Joe on the podcast found his way to integrate a soundboard into his recording. So every time, once in a while, someone just say a really corny joke, and you just hear, it's like, son of a bitch.
Oh,
Like, that's terrible. Give me more of it, please. I love this.
so what do you think of it, Greg?
Yeah, it drinks like your New England style IPA. Very happy. Little bit of more of a mouthfeel with the oats going on. Loving the Sabro in here. I feel it's a little bit over. Sabro's kind of the mouth. I can't really get the Sabro as much as I get the Amarillo and the Galaxy, but either way.
I know you're a big fan of Sabro, so
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is a good one, man. Another good one.
does this mean I can do my second one?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of rules we don't have rules here.
Yeah.
There are no rules.
Right.
S'mores oatmeal coffee stout.
Ooh.
This is from Warhorse. Warhorse does all these kind of World War II style things. They have a series of beers called Breakfast with Churchill. So this is one of their variants made with vanilla and chocolate. It's only 6.4 ABV. It's not high. So I'm be curious to see. Usually when you have like s'more beers, it's like going into like the pastry stout kind of realm. So that's why I was a little worried about like how high ABV it would be. But we're going to give it a go. And I can smell the chocolate and coffee right before I even got it anywhere near my nose.
Looks like a nice pour there.
Whew, the coffee on that is strong. Oh, that is lovely. I don't know. Are you a fan of coffee, Steve?
Myself, oh yeah. No, I love coffee in general, and it's like sometimes with like the beers, it can be just like a little hit or miss. But yeah, but most of the ones that I find, especially if they're like in a stout or something, seem to be like outrageous ABVs, and I feel like that just starts to kind of kill like a lot of other flavors, at least on my, in my experience for what I can get out of it. But
Yeah, well, coffee is a pretty hefty flavor to put in.
yeah,
beer.
yeah, really.
And this one has like, I get the chocolate, but it almost has like a syrupy feel. Like, do you get the syrup on the taste of it too?
It's almost like a slight licorice note to it too.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but
Yeah.
this is why I have her around because her palate's way better than mine.
Oh, there you go.
Amongst many other reasons, but that's just one
Yep.
of them.
Thanks.
So, but
Good
this
co-
is really,
Good
really
cover,
good.
Doug.
No, but this is really good. I mean, yes, it's thick and a heavy. like it's not a summer beer like you sit out on your porch and drinking it, but
Mhm.
and like a fall day or like borderline winter, would be excellent because it's like being around a fire pit just when it's a little brisk in the air. That's when I think of s'mores. I don't think of s'mores in the winter because I don't want to be freaking dying of heat and then starting another freaking fire.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's not my jam. So this is very much like more of a fall thing. But I mean, at 6.4, that's you get all that all the flavor out of it. You get the chocolate,
Yeah.
the coffee, and like I said, I get a little bit of like a syrup flavor out of it.
Maybe that's
but
some of the marshmallow from the s'more, or at least what's supposed to be the marshmallow portion. Maybe.
I didn't get much of that.
Huh.
Also, if you heard a cat, that was my cat. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw Laura, and she was like, "Where's the cat?"
yeah,
I hear it.
Well, we have currently 6 teams in the house right now.
Yeah.
So they went out. We're making a Starbucks run. Came back. We're petting the cat. So that's where you got that meow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's been requests on the show to bring Jill out on the show, but I don't think that's
I've already said Jill is our Vera from Cheers. Remember, you heard about Vera, but we never saw her on camera. Right.
I do exist though.
Yeah, it's
Right.
totally not Doug just throwing his voice.
I do exist though. I'm a real boy.
Who said-
What about the guy who showed up to the Zoom court with the special name? And do you remember this one? That was a special name.
Yes, I remember seeing that. Like, oh, excuse me, I believe I have the wrong one.
Right. Wait, is that really the name of someone who did that in Zoom court?
Yes.
Yes, the judge called the dude out.
Oh my god.
Like, I do not believe that's appropriate for my courtroom. He's like, it was a joke, Your Honor.
So who saw that? I mean, no one saw that part of our lives coming up, which was a Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
like school, work. I mean, are you guys glad we're out of that shit, or are we out of that shit? Or is it still? Are you guys still in it?
I'm not out of it. I work from home, so I'm in it all the time.
So what? Zoom meetings, Doug? Still like all that shit?
Well, Microsoft Teams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
world of IT, baby. We get to do all the Microsoft stuff. So yeah.
Oh, yay.
Steve.
Well, I am no longer in the corporate world anymore, but when the pandy hit and everything was shut down, I didn't mind the Zoom meetings and whatnot.
He said the pandy.
The pandy, I did.
I have never listen, man. I've heard it said a lot. The pandy. I like that. That's
Yeah.
especially now that it feels that it's kind of like almost like in a rearview mirror. Total, it's still not, but
Right.
that is funnier now. I don't know if I would have laughed like 7 weeks ago or
Yeah,
7 months ago.
like May of last year, like the bad form, Pan. Bad
You're
form.
right. The pandy. No.
No,
Anyway,
it's like-
I'm sorry. I gotta get
No,
back
you're
to
good.
the
You're good.
So when the pandy hit, you were still in corporate America, you said, or
Yeah, so I was still working like a desk job and whatnot, and I absolutely loved working from home. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I could get up, I could sleep in a little bit longer. My coffee pot was 30 feet away. My office mate was my wife, and which she didn't kill me during the 2020, so that's pretty good for a first year of marriage. And then it's yeah, thank you.
she didn't
right in
kill
on
me.
that.
I love that. I love that should be a banner.
And then it'd be like, all right, well, let's just make sure that for the Zoom meetings, I look presentable up here, and then it's just PJs all the way for the rest of it. And I'm okay with that. I still got my work done. If anything, we became some more efficient.
She didn't kill me.
She didn't kill me. She did not.
Love it.
But at least now, moved out of that. I'm in a different one. I'm in more of like a customer service facing direction, and it's nice to actually be out of it because if you ask my wife, I am a social butterfly. It's like if we go out to like a bar or something, it's like I'm usually leaving with like a best friend by the end of it. Like Jack just invited me to his wedding. She's like, who the fuck is Jack? It's like, where are you going? So at least for me personally, I appreciate being able to be out and interact with people for the most part. for the most part. It's still customer service. So there's the one or two where it's like,
I was gonna say, I there's been a theme on the stream here for a while. And Doug and I have been, we're not going back and forth, but it's just my opinion that people are a little bristly coming out of the panty.
yeah,
If I could use your
you may please. All in, nothing is.
panty. People are a little bit. I think people are happy to get back, but people are also. I absolutely think that 1 year of us just being alone and isolated, we really took a hit on our social skills. I really believe.
Oh,
that.
definitely. Yeah.
And I think people are just also at the tire. Like, I think the virus levels are going down. People are returning back to work, but again, we still all have those residual things that whatever kept us back during the pandy or whatever irritated us, or we still have those things kind of lingering. And I don't think people have really like addressed them. We are a notoriously horrible fucking country when it comes to mental health. So of course we're not going to address this in a manner. We're not going to.
No, that would be healthy. Why would we do that?
Right, that would be healthy. And we're just, again, we're just our lifestyle. Americans like move on. Let's go. Yeah. Like, what have you been?
Pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Right. What have you been? Well, what have you been sitting around for a year? You've been sitting on your ass for a fucking year. You haven't gone to work. When was the last time you were in work, Doug? So,
wow.
Right. This is like.
Oh, I don't want to be in the middle of it. No.
Right. This is the American mentality. Like, what have you done for me lately? Like you haven't done anything in a year. You haven't been camping for a year. What are you doing? And it's just like, this is what I feel. I feel people are like pressured to get out now, if that even makes sense.
Some, I mean, I think there's still some that are still loving it, wanting to hold on to it. You have like, I've got some very introverted friends who are like, no, this is great. Can I still just like not go out? No. And hey, you know what?
I'm not even an introvert.
You just don't want to go out.
I'm not even an introvert. I'm not even an introvert. See, Jerry's still a flirt. That's good.
Oh, good on you, Jerry.
Yes, right. Doug, any comments on my little soliloquy here?
A few.
Okay.
One, I'm like Steve. I could walk into any place. I can walk in a place by myself and just be like, and like half an hour later, I've talked to 5 people, and like I'm very good at that sort of stuff. And like the pandemic has made me weirdly like I'm fully vaccinated. My whole family's fully vaccinated, so we're all in good shape. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and I'm still a little hesitant to go do things like grocery shopping. I'm still going to wear a mask, and that's just maybe that's overkill. Maybe it is. I don't know. Fauci seems to think maybe that's a little overkill. But I'm still going to do it for a while just because we have this Delta variant thing and we don't know a whole shit ton about it. So that's just me. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, whatever. The thing about so my job where I work is an hour commute from my house.
Oh,
and my commute's gorgeous. It's through hills and valleys and like woods and like, it's gorgeous commute.
And streams and over the hills and through the hills.
I'd stop and take fucking pictures and post on Instagram because I thought it was pretty and like, but I just like I put so many miles on my car. Like my car I've had for less than 5 years, and I bought it with I think a little less than 40,000 miles, and it has like 180 on it already.
Holy shit.
That's me not even
Wow.
That's me hardly driving this past year, other than to pick up my kids.
Yeah.
So like the work from home thing has been great. Like you said, I roll out of bed, I take my dopey dog out to go to the bathroom, I heat up the water for coffee, and just like there's this nice little routine to it. Now I do miss the social element of it quite a bit, but when I was there, I wasn't really super social anyway, because my office was kind of like cordoned off to this little space. It was almost like a very large closet where me and my coworker would sit. So I work from home now. Now I can go in when I want, and I could sit. But you know what? I kind of like this new way of doing things. Now, like I said, like my wife has worked from home for 8 years. Like for her, that's normal. So this is just what's been nice to actually, and my wife and I get along really well. So like we never even came close to killing each other. So that's pretty good too. But yeah, I think you're right. There's I think, and we've said this on the show before, Greg, where like, I think the idea of like being able to work from home as an option, it was always employers always said, if you're working from home, you're just fucking off. You're not doing it. And
Yeah.
I do more work from home than I did when I was in the office. And that's not a lie. I'm on earlier, I'm on later. Anything that comes in, I'm on it. And like, not that I wasn't doing that pretty much at work, but at work I was like, on site, it's a bit different. Like somebody can just come in and start talking to you about, might be something about work, might not be. And that's great. And I like that stuff, but like I get more work done at home than I do on site.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think we need to reckon with the idea that there's a contingent of folks who work better in that environment. There's a contingent of folks who are going to work better in an office environment. That's like, I have one coworker who has a kid who's really little and like less than a year old, and he's a programmer. So he can't sit there with this kid who wants to be with his dad. He has to go in the office because he'll just never get shit done.
Right.
So that's a different beast. But, I think we're finding out just the differences in people's ability to do different stuff and how it can work. And if you have the right boss who's empathetic to what your needs are, those are good bosses. I'm lucky I have one of those. So yeah.
Oh, good stuff, man.
That was a long way around to say that I think we need to get our shit together and let people kind of figure out what works best for them and have bosses who are flexible enough to do that.
Yeah. I mean, at least like with yourself, if you're taking care of, those extra steps and precautions with the kids and whatnot, I see some people in the comments, the same thing, you want to look out for the little ones, it's and let you go do that. If that's your priority and that's your prerogative, then cool. It's go for it. And especially for like the openness in the workplace and being able to find, I think that's the best way. Cause a cool thing that my wife's work does is like finds people like love language almost, or find like, are you a red? Are you green? Like, how do you get along with people? Where do you strive most? Are you with words of affirmation? Are you just like, hey, just tell me what you need and just go away? Because I work best that way. And I think that's kind of a good thing we could all take a look at in integrating ourselves back into the outside world and society again, now that things are starting to lift up just a little bit more. But don't go full balls to the wall, because we're not in the clear yet.
No,
I don't know if y'all can hear. I have a million fireworks going off outside my house. So if you hear boom, 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 that's what that shit is.
Oh, fun.
It's America weekend.
America.
Embrace it, Doug.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
lucky I don't have a dog that shits his pants when fireworks
You're-
go off. I'm really
you're
lucky.
right.
My dog's super laid back, but like the amount of people with dogs who just like fucking hate this time of year because of that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, between the dogs and PSD and old people and all that, it's just, I wish people could be more respectful. But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that goes generally though.
But I want to celebrate Abraham Lincoln flying an eagle with an AK-47 in his hand. Yeehaw. I'm sorry,
Right.
AR-15. That's American.
Yeah.
Can't go
because freedom. But if Doug wants to wear a mask in supermarket, that's not freedom.
How dare you, Doug? How dare you?
I never understood how that was not freedom. And pretty much, wear a mask on your face if you want. That's freedom, folks. Just so you know.
that doesn't apply to them.
Because if it's optional and you want to do it, then that's freedom. Wow. So, yeah. So, she says we wear masks in public. We have an 8-year-old, so we are protecting him.
That's a damn good reason to do it.
Exactly.
Jeff Tepper says same, 10-year-old, but same. I have a 15-year-old, and I don't want to out him, but he still wears a mask. He looks at me weird when I don't now outdoors, and I look at him weird, but that's his opinion. And it's a valid one. I really don't care. But again, that is the mark of freedom, is that he can wear a mask if he wants.
Yeah, do what you want.
Hello. I don't Yeah. So then Jerry said, who wants to deal with that commute? That is a big part of daily stress, whether we're talking about you, Doug, or anybody. Like that commute, especially in a bigger city. I mean, I remember living in Philly. I mean, it's even in stupid Madison here, our quote belt line is a fucking mess. And we have people like shooting up drive-by shootings, accidents all day long, people acting foolish, and people just completely avoid it. And that's part of we have Epic Systems. They are medical, they do the medical charts and stuff. Like they are, I think, the number one in America, and they just clog our fucking streets, like Epic Systems. And like Jerry is right, like that is a part of stress. So that is a part of like at least it's taken off. But I also believe that employers have fucking ramped this shit up as far as what they're putting on people. And I think also schools did it too. And in my opinion, they're both fucking wrong. But that's another story for another time, especially during a pandy, damn it. Like,
Yeah.
a pandy's not
You have
fine,
wholeheartedly embraced the pandy. Like,
yeah,
That makes my heart
no
so
time at
warm.
all to incorporate that
It's
into your electric car.
over. It is over. That's just mine now. I will credit Steve, but that's just mine.
I'm
Anyway,
cool with that.
I selfishly jumped on my second one and didn't even ask y'all. So did we get to your second one, Doug?
Yeah, my s'more one.
Yeah, his s'mores.
This
I'm really missing it this week.
no,
Holy
this is
shit.
this is really good. Greg. Only 6.4% ABV.
I am really America weekend, y'all.
America.
It's not America Day, it's America weekend. Because if Steve had a birthday on Sunday, we would say it's Steve's weekend, not a week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be
'Cause we-
fantastic. Yeah.
Right, but sorry, it's America.
Weekend.
But it's
back
for
off.
America. That's right.
Steve, back off and don't take the spotlight away from America. Okay. Thank
How
you.
dare
Lady Liberty. Such a diva.
Don't you dare take the spotlight away from America's weekend.
Lee Greenwood.
I'm not
be
even
very
fucking around.
disappointed
This
in
is
you.
serious shit.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay.
You
cool.
give me 2 years.
All right.
All right.
All right. So you guys are talking about getting back out and all that.
Mhm.
What if you see people like this
He
when you get
keeps
back out?
stealing my mail.
Yes,
I am actually.
You-
In fact, yes, taking.
You're taking my property.
Well, there's been a lot of comings and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What about
A lot
that?
of packages coming
So?
to this house particular. Well, something's going on in there. Something's
So-
going on
so
in
is
there.
it- it's
No,
Amazon-
I'm taking the package.
it's my Amazon
I'm,
wish
sir,
list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking
No,
my
I
package.
am-
That's
no,
my stuff.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
What the?
What is she spraying?
Oh, oh my God.
I did not
Oh, the-
kill you.
Killed
You're
me.
fine.
Oh my God.
You sprayed me with whatever that stuff is.
That poor dog. That's all I think
Dog is
about.
like, what the fuck is going on?
They're both one, she's absolutely nuts. 2, you finally got the package back. Now you're throwing it at her. 3, the dog. That's the most important thing.
He keeps stealing my mail.
Yes, I am actually.
You-
In fact, yes, taking.
You're taking my
Going on?
property.
Well, there's been a lot of
I don't
comings
know.
and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Are we coming? Are we going?
I love how Karen like interjects us. Right? I love how she's the cops. Like, and you have to prove her wrong. Well, there's a lot of comings and goings, and I'm not giving you your package back until I approve of what?
What about
Until
what about
A
I-
lot of packages coming
So?
to this house particular. Well, something's going on
Hey,
in there. Something's
so
going
Why
on in
the
there.
fuck is she
It's
carrying
Amazon-
a spray bottle in
It's
the
my
first
Amazon
place?
wish
Sir,
list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking
No,
my
I
package.
am-
That's
no,
my stuff.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, she's smiling a little too much.
Oh my God. You
Facebook,
killed
yeah.
me.
I'm going to agree
I
with
did
that.
not kill you.
killed
You're
me.
fine.
Oh my God.
You sprayed
I
Even
mean,
the dog-
whatever that
I will say this isn't too far off from reality. This in particular, no, but otherwise, yeah, I'm sure this is out there.
Even the dog is a prop. It's my favorite.
Is this a wrestling bit? Let me tell you something, brother. There's too many packages coming around this street. What you gonna do when USPS comes for you?
I would do the Ric Flair woo, but I can't do that. My voice will crack in 0.2 seconds.
Well, I don't want to blow up microphones, but I mean, I don't.
Is-
Woo!
Isn't that shit copyrighted?
Oh,
It should
great.
be.
Now
It
we're
should-
on the bag.
Listen, it's so cool. It should be because Ric
Probably.
Flair is fucking cool, and no one's gonna argue with me on that one.
No.
So, with that being said, Steve, how about you tell us about? We've almost gone an hour, and we don't know anything about Super Fun Game Review Podcast. Go.
Oh, well, all right. I guess this is time to kind of get into that a little bit. So yeah, this show I realize has been going on since 2016 November, so we're coming up on almost like 5 years, which is just kind of crazy with how everything. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has. Been a few different iterations of it. I mean, when we first came out, we were doing weekly releases, and I mean like full game review releases. So we were cranking out like 40-hour games every week, trying to turn them out. Yeah, that burned us out a little bit. So it's myself and 3 of my best friends that I've known from high school, which is kind of one of the coolest things that I really like that I get out of it. It's like, I've known these guys for almost 20 years now, and here we are spending time together, playing games and, chatting and, riffing and bullshitting on each other. So yeah, and having the main review, we actually have 1 review episode per month, and then we have what we call a Mubbers, which is the mega ultra between review showdown. You can tell we like to have simplistic names. So where it could be a little bit of anything, like the past one, the one host, Harry, our buddy, just got married. So it's about the wedding and like his honeymoon, just to kind of be like, hey, here's like the personal touch of us, or, just kind of like a simple side. It might just be like random, hey, what would your Fallout stats be? How would you rank it among other people? Or sometimes it's just an absolute shit show, and we apologize because it's only 30 minutes and we had no pre-planning and we just try to BS our way and it just didn't sound great. So a little bit of everything. Yeah, no, it's fun though. It's been something that I always get to keep looking forward to week after week, month after month. And, thankfully we have one sponsor, which just happens to be my brother-in-law, who is a glass blower. Shout out Deep Creek Glassworks, WORX. So it's not like we do it for the money. We do it for fun. And it's a way for us to just spend time together, as corny as that sounds, but I love these guys. So, I dig it.
Yeah, and that's a cool thing, man. And I'm glad you guys get to do that.
Yeah, especially, I mean, like even just last year, we were trying to find a way to do something during pandemic. We start disc golfing.
Pandy.
Yeah, during the pandy, we were disc golfing, and now we're like full in post pandy or post pandy.
Doug's not gonna like you, Steve, after a couple weeks here. It's not gonna.
All right, well, for that, I do apologize, Doug, but at the same time, it's not totally my fault.
Language does evolve. So.
Yeah.
So at this point of the stage, Doug, we'll see you in a second. Steve and I have an announcement to make.
We do.
Should I do it, Steve, or you want to do it, or?
Oh, go ahead. By all means.
Or I don't know. I don't. Listen, man. This was as most of the production here. This was not so. Wait. JC's right. Where is it? Now it's time for our sponsor.
Yes.
Steve and I would like to announce that the latest addition to the Daddy Porter streaming network
is Lag, Libations, and Lost Saves, a monthly gaming stream.
Yes, Steve, what's going on?
So yeah, you're going to be able to tune in live once a month to get a little bit of everything. We're going to have some gaming news. We're going to have some fun segments. We will not be alone. This isn't just myself and Daddy Porter over here. We're going to have a really good, diverse group with everybody. Mr. Victor
will be one of them. Victor's one of them. Victor, can I send you a link? You want to jump on and talk about this? What's going on, bro? You ready? You got the cam up or what? Come on, bro. But if you're not, either way, Victor's involved.
Yeah,
what else,
Victor's,
Steve? Go on.
We will also have one of my co-hosts, Mr. Matt Clark, will also be joining us. And we'll also have Miss Kinky Suds along as well with some segments of her own and being able to join in live when she can. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. And also for our beer people, we're working on a beer and video game pairing segment or transition where people come on and talk about different actually it's going to be libations, so it's going to be different libations that you have when you have a video game. So sometimes you want to sit down with I mentioned to somebody who were recruiting to do one of these, and I said they're like, I like my one game and I want to do that one game, and I'm like, okay, great, but what about sitting down with Mario and a Pilsner and really evaluating does Mario line up with a porter, or does Mario line up with a Pilsner? And we're gonna bring Doug back in here too, because Doug is going to be a part of this in some way, Doug. And we're gonna have round tables. We're going to have different segments where we're going to bring in all contributors. So we're gonna absolutely talk to Doug about Halo. That's Doug's big thing. Doug, what's behind your head? Everybody knows behind your head is a Halo head or something. Right. So maybe Doug can do I was always thinking of Doug can do what does Doug drink and what is the appropriate drink when you play Halo? Hold on. I don't even want to answer. Actually, I want to tease it because I want us to watch. I can't hear you, Doug, though. I don't know if you're on mute or something.
I muted myself on the talk camera.
No, there we go. Cool.
I have multiple answers for that, but we can get that other time.
Cool. And it doesn't really have to be one. So if it's just different, but yeah, we're going to it's going to be a monthly show. As Steve said, it's going to be a diverse cast. People that you've seen before on the Daddy Porter streaming network, but you're also going to see people you haven't seen before, like Kinky Suds. Hopefully, we're going to have RC. We're going to have Doug. So it's great. Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Oh,
look at this! Oh. Look at this!
Who is that? Woo! There he is.
Yeah, so great. Oh, look at this!
Yes, we got a little bit of echo. You there, Victor?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it too echoey?
Who is that?
It's not enough for it. Having you here is better.
Yeah, much better.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good.
What do you throw in here on our new creation we got going? Having you here is better.
Okay.
Let me. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Wait, hold on 1 second here.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in Looper.
There we go. Okay, I had the play. It was playing on the other screen, and then so I was like, am I in the future or in the past? But I was trying to figure out who was talking.
I thought it was weird. I heard the lag part, but you were responding on time. I'm like, this is it. He is the one. He has all functions of time.
So a bunch of ones and zeros just going across my screen.
I knew it.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about this. I mean, there's, wanted to do something for a while, and then, Greg brought up this idea, and then a whole bunch of us, I guess Greg expected 1 or 2 people, but it was a good amount of us that jumped in on it, and we're like, yeah, let's do this. So it'll be fun, and it's coming soon. Coming soon to a Facebook page near you.
Yes, and Victor, you have your set of fans here already, and I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to having fan dads involved in this. You guys bring a different element, a different look. Victor wants to talk. I don't know, Victor, you want to talk about what you're gonna talk about, or any of that?
I don't know. I mean, we're still trying to. I know we came out with like the gist of it, what we're trying to do, but I think it's going to be something toward the line of games that you can probably play with your kids. Games that you can just jump in and out of, for like if you have no time to play, and then we'll join in the roundtables every now and then, and we'll just I don't know, we'll see. It'll grow, because obviously the show is gonna the show will grow and things will probably change here and there, but we'll see how it goes. But I mean, that's what we're thinking of doing, and we'll go from there, and we'll talk a lot about Halo Wars, because Doug's a big fan.
Well, showing the love there, man.
I know, I'm just gonna have like a Halo Wars banner behind me every time.
Right. Doug is the only person in the whole world that would ever give Victor a finger in public. Like There's no one else.
And it's not the Victor. It's the Halo Wars.
How
To be
can you
very
give-
clear, it's that shit game. It's not the Victor. I love
Right?
Victor.
How can you
Victor's my
give
friend,
our
man.
right? How can you
It's so
give our
dumb.
Victor the middle finger? Come on.
Victor is just the conduit to Halo Wars for the middle finger. Let's be fair here.
For sure. I'm not trying to be fair to Doug though.
Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah, Doug knows I love him from head to toe, right, Doug?
Right. So Victor, so everybody knows though, you're more of an old school gamer. Is that a true? Would that be a true statement for you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still playing my 360. I still have a PS3. I use my phone to play games, but yeah, I mean, I still have my Sega Genesis and but I haven't connected those yet in a while. I think I need to get some sort of adapters for the newer TVs. But yeah, I like playing the older stuff. It's hard as hell though. Like, have you played Ghosts and Goblins lately?
No, I haven't played that in decades.
I don't have the same hand-eye coordination as I used to back in the day playing that game. That game is impossible now.
Yeah, the dexterity kind of goes down a little bit. It's especially for something like that. Maybe not the original Ghouls and Ghosts, but Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I popped something up on my old Nintendo there, and that was that did not go well at all.
I think it's now that we're older, we're thinking too much about what we're doing instead of back in the day, we're just zoned out.
We're conditioned for the detail now instead of oh, here's a 16 pixel bat that's coming to beat me. And I'm like, I'm looking for some fucking bat.
Well, it has nothing to do with old age and loss of reflexes. It's just that you're thinking too much. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll use that one next time.
That sounds good.
Manny called us all old, or at least Victor.
That's all right.
That's me. I'm the oldest one in this crew, so yeah.
Rude. I'm still in my early 30s. Come on, man. Well, early mid 30s. I'll keep trying to push that one.
So yeah, we're gonna have a pilot episode coming out here soon. It will be live, but we don't have a date yet. But otherwise, we are. Doug, I'm telling you, we have produced more in this project that we haven't even put out a stream yet than you and I have ever have.
Yeah, you and I were like, hey, let's go live. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. And we just had no fucking clue, and it just kind of evolved into this. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to this. I mean, I haven't been involved in any of the planning, and I'm totally fine with that. When you told me that this was something coming along, I was really excited because it's something that I wouldn't mind jumping in on some things. But but it's something where it's like, this is your guys' lane. I'm a gamer, but I'm not into it as all of you are. So yeah, I have my lanes, and I'll be happy to stick to them.
Me too. And it's gonna be that, Doug. It's gonna be a lot like Badger Beer Hour, which you watch. Which I'm just letting everybody know. I will have I will have a part in all this, but I will not be the major cog. I will be part of the group. Because I'm like Doug, I'm a gamer, but I don't have the knowledge that these guys have, or even for that matter, the reach or the knowledge. So, but I'm gonna not, I'm not gonna be a rookie. I'm gonna sound, hopefully, you know what I mean. Steve's gonna cover me. Steve and Matt will cover me. Right,
we're good.
Right. Cool. And since my favorite game doesn't come out for 7 more years, well, by the time we get there, it'll be cool. Like by the time my favorite game comes out again, GTA, what the fuck?
There'll be
Grand Theft Auto Geriatrics. Look out for the Jazzies; they're everywhere.
Doug, you better not say shit, man. Your shit's gonna come out in 5 years, so just chill.
Like no, it is coming out at the end of this year. I might not have the system to play it on, but it'll come out at the end of this year.
But they say that now, Doug. Just wait.
Yeah.
The shit was supposed to come out last year. Damn it.
As long as it's not a repeat of like Cyberpunk 2077, I think we'll be okay.
Ooh, I don't know. So Victor, I don't know. We just got you impromptu. If you want to stay here, that's great. But if you have to roll, buddy, I just want to thank you for being on, and thank you for being in the project. And I know people are looking forward to your participation for sure.
Yeah, no pressure there. Thanks.
I mean, hey man, you show up and be you. It's cool. Unlike Doug, and Steve for that matter, who have to like put on nice makeup and shit, and you know what I mean. They have to present themselves.
Yeah.
This is like Victor Aragon.
This is the weed.
It doesn't work that way. Victor, it's cool. Again, if you want to stay on, it's cool. But if you got to jump, buddy, we got you.
Yeah,
Much
I got
love
it.
though.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
That's
All right,
cool.
Victor.
Thanks
Cheers,
for
man.
jumping on, buddy. Cheers. Our stream is way better because Victor's on it. Just for the record. It's just one of those things. Like, you know, we like Doug and I agree. Like when we started taking guests on the show, we completely upgraded our show, Steve.
Yeah,
Like-
hey, there you go. At least you
Like
can be
from
honest
here-
with it.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's funny
I'm
when-
not gonna fool you.
yeah, when I watched like some of the first ones, I mean, anytime you start something, it's a mess. Anytime you start, because you just don't know what
Yup.
you're doing most
No.
of the time. And we were just fumbling, like, but you know what? That was good for us. And then when we started figuring it, well, let's have some other people to show, see how that goes.
Yeah,
And that just made everything better because you learn to play off people, you learn to be able to talk to folks who aren't in your lane sometimes.
exactly.
I mean, Greg and I have invited people from way different things that aren't just beer people. Like having you on with video game stuff is a different lane, even though we're both into games. You know,
Right.
like I think bringing different perspectives in has really helped us kind of broaden the show. I mean, we have some really loyal folks who tune in every week, and we're really thankful for those people.
Yeah,
But like having like when we had Kinky Suds on our show, that was just a fucking great show. When she's going to be on your stream, it's going to be not insulting you. She's awesome. Like it's going to be great.
No, I'm very looking forward to meeting her. No, it's definitely seems to be this aura around her where it's just like even in like the chat just going around, she just seems to have the personality of like I haven't even met you yet, but I'd like you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
And
she-
Manny said real quick, are you going to have a Hall of Justice type roundtable? If Kinky Suds had her way,
oh, that would
we
be
would do
awesome.
that. She cosplays. I don't know if she even I'm not giving out there. She said she wants to cosplay for the show or the stream, maybe, possibly, depending on what the theme is.
That would be awesome.
Manny, it's really maybe not that far out of the realm of craziness. It may Manny talks crazy shit, but that may, I don't know.
That may happen, man.
Wow.
Hey, hey, before we did you get a second one yet, Steve?
I have a second of the same. I do not have variety tonight, but I am on number 2 as the first one went down so good, and I did very well to not drink these all week. So
Yeah. I know you were saying that, and I was like, man, sometimes that's not so easy.
I got them on Sunday. We all went out disc golfing on Sunday, which was hot as hell. It was terrible. Usually, we like to go at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. We're like, we can't do anything until like 4 p.m. Screw it. It was a brand new course that opened. That was bad. That was real bad.
And
But,
you needed to hydrate.
Yeah, I definitely needed to. So one of the guys that I went throwing with, he and I went and got some dinner and got some brews, and I saw it was an anniversary, and anything anniversary edition, I'm like, I'll drink that.
Right.
Well, let me rephrase. I'll just drink anything, but that got my interest. So that is like once I had the first one, I'm like, all right, I'll take these home. This will be good for Friday if they make it. And 2 out of 4 did make it. So
That was the famous Meatloaf song, right? 2 out of 4 ain't bad.
yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyways,
Hey,
let me
so,
start this. Are you going to start or we want me to start?
you go ahead. You start.
I've already literally started. Untitled Art. Here we go again.
What is it?
I my
It's
stupid
not focusing well.
camera. Right. So look, let me just read it here. It's a black and blue chocolate chip pancake stout.
Holy shit.
Okay.
All right, that's a mouthful.
What I love about Untitled Art is that they tell you what's in the beer. So here we go. It's an imperial stout with blackberry and blueberry puree, cocoa nibs, maple syrup, and milk sugar.
That sounds really good to me. I'm not going to lie.
It sounded good enough for me to get, to pay the $5 for the little can I got.
Yeah, no.
So, right. Untitled Art, Steve. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's describing Untitled Art in a diplomatic way or in an interesting way. I don't even want to be diplomatic. It's Untitled Art wants to be higher end craft beer. How about that?
Okay.
Does that make sense, Doug?
Yeah. I get that. They want to be, but are they?
Well, that's for everybody to decide.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's not for me to decide for you, Steve. It's for
Okay.
you to decide
It's for
yourself.
me.
Now the
All right.
problem is how much untitled art you get and how quickly you get it. I live right up the street, so it better be fresh when I'm buying cans from your brewery. These
I would
cans
hope
are
so.
from the brewery. Right. Okay, go. Right. All right. So, but again, my opinion is my opinion, and my taste palette is my palette, and it doesn't project to anybody else. And I don't want it to project to anybody else. And I'm not trying to project it to anybody else. Before I even give you this review of this beer, okay? Cool.
I got you.
We got a lot of untitled art fans out there.
I was
So-
going to say that was a hell of a disclaimer before.
Yes, but also though, Steve, I need to, and I think Doug wants to give it to, like, generally we get on here and we talk about beers, and we generally want to say that as even a disclaimer, even before I'm.
Oh no, totally fair.
And I
I'm
already
busting
have-
your chops, but no, that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't know, and I also, Steve too. I don't know if you know, and Doug knows. Like, I really like to push back on the whole influencer thing. Like, I mean, again, sometimes it just really kind of annoys me, that whole genre
agreed.
of it. And I get told that I'm a micro influencer and I'm this and that. And I'm like, whatever, it's cool. But my point is that I don't, whatever, you can label me whatever you want. That's your decision, not mine, and I can't change that.
All right.
But what I can change is how I, live my life and how I project things. And I just don't want people, if I don't like this beer, I don't want you to not seek it out. I don't want you to not think differently. I don't want you to think anything. I just want you to think that's what I thought about the beer. That's
Exactly. It's like, oh, that's what he thinks. All right, maybe I think something differently. There it is.
So with that, all that shit being said,
now comes your photography of you in an Art Deco hallway holding an Untitled Arts beer, and then there's your influencing right there on a sandy beach.
Black and blue chocolate chip pancake stout. Cheers. I poured it while we were talking about something else. On the nose, I get the blackberry and the blueberry. This beer is as sweet as it sounds.
Huh.
So if you like sweet beers, that's your gig. It's a little bit too sweet for me, but I do get the whole pancake, blackberry, blueberry thing. I get it. Like, it tastes like you're having like pancakes, and Doug made up his nice blackberry syrup or whatever. I don't know. People make that shit up. Do you make blackberry syrup, Doug?
No, we make like elderberry syrup because we have huge elderberry dishes.
Oh, there you go.
Boom.
We
Elderberries are awesome.
Ours don't get that far. We just pick the blueberries and the blackberries off the bush, and that just goes into yogurt or something else. I haven't got into making stuff off of it.
You can make simple syrup out of those for cocktails that are excellent.
That's a good idea. I have made my own simple syrup, but now our fruit bushes as of last year are finally starting to produce. So I've been excited to get into it as long as I can get to it before the birds.
Got to net those things, dude.
Yeah, I know. I went out looking for them. I couldn't find them anywhere, and I really hate to buy everything off of Amazon because Bezos has enough money. But I may have to break down for the sake of my bushes and my gathering.
Agway.com.
What's that?
Agway.com.
Oh, I haven't heard of Agway in like 20 years.
Yeah, dude, they got all that shit, and you won't be paying Bezos a cent.
Got it. That's my favorite
to go
part.
into space.
Yeah, he can stay there.
He can
anyway,
stay there,
the
exactly
beer.
right.
I'm sorry. I digress.
Okay, so if you go to a liquor store or a beer store, you have an Untitled Art, and you see this beer, and you're intrigued by the black blue chocolate chip pancake stout, that intrigues you. You look at the thing and say, "Yes, I want this. Get it, please." But it's a sweet ass beer, and I mean sweet, like sugary,
Sweet on the palate, not sweet.
Yeah, yes, it's really, really sweet. I mean, again, I don't know how you get around not being sweet with milk sugar, maple syrup, cocoa nibs, and all that shit. So, if that's your thing, go for it. It's not my thing, Doug. This is I don't like blueberry stout things. Remember the Lizard of Oz?
fruited stouts have never been your thing,
right? Now, overly fruited stouts.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
This is kind of overly fruit. So, yes, UA has some great beers. UA has, I mean, man, UA has
A million
gazillion
beers.
This brings up. I don't know who this is. Doug usually tells me, but
That was
or
Go
you
ahead.
tell me. No, tell
yeah,
me.
that's Tony Hernandez. Sorry.
Okay, great. So since Greg lives so close to UA Brewery, he could bring some to DadCon. That brings up a great question. I was going to bring this up. Yes, Tony, if I go to DadCon, I'm still NIF for the record. If I go to DadCon, I will bring UA for sure. But I was thinking, Doug, UA might have overtaken New Glarus. Like when I go anywhere, people are like, "Where's the spotted cow? Where's the 2-man? Where's the spot? Where's the fucking strawberry rhubarb? Where's all that great shit that New Glarus does?" And now I think I'm going to be, where's where's Untitled Art? Why don't you have any Untitled Art? Well, if I bring New Glarus instead of Untitled Art, it's because I have a bank account that has a limit. Okay, I'm just warning all you guys.
Yeah.
Untitled Art costs a fucking lot, and I'm just saying.
And Spotted Cow does not.
Right, I can probably almost get twice as much New Glarus shit that I can get on Untitled Arts. If you don't believe me, I will post both of their fucking price charts. And you can go down that list. On that note, Doug and Steve have their third beer that we've been ignoring.
I think
because I've been running my mouth for fucking like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go third. I'm not sure if Steve has a
I was
third,
like,
but so this is from Clown Shoes, which is they make some really oddball, awesome things. The can art on this is outstanding.
Oh, that is neat.
Hold on. All right.
So it's like this, like dichotomy of because it's called Kung Fu Ballet series.
I was going to say that's like a clown samurai there.
Yeah, exactly. Going to some creepy fucking asylum kind of shit called Ancient Hills Chocolate Malt Stout Aged in Bourbon Barrels. There's a whole bunch of talking about this and actually a QR code with more backstory to what this is.
Holy cow.
Damn.
So I will post
Damn.
that photo in the comments here in the Daddy Porter's Beer Group in a minute.
Huh.
But this is a giant can. This is not a 16 ounce. This is...
That's a big one.
I'm trying to see how many fucking ounces this thing is.
24.
One pint and 3.2 fluid ounces. So more than a pint of beer.
Huh.
I couldn't find it small. But this series, I've seen the other one, the first one, which I can't remember. It was an Imperial Stout as well. I don't remember what it was, but they make them in this size can. They don't make them in 16 or 12 ounce cans. So, but I think that's because they want to sell them singularly, almost like a 40 ounce.
Yeah, exactly.
So
takes me back to the old days of Old English.
that is some super bourbon-y stuff coming right off the top.
Oh God.
Clown Shoes is nice stuff.
They're like I said, as I've said a million times, can art really matters to me, and their can art is usually really on point. So that's super nice and dark. And like I said, the bourbon flavor and scents are just really heavy.
Damn, Doug, there's no basketball game tonight.
No, because the Suns won. Okay, so that is this is it. So this is a chocolate malt stout. So I'm gonna assume lactose, chocolate, whatever, cocoa nibs, whatever they put in it. I think it's cocoa nibs because it's got a little bit of the bitterness of the cocoa nibs as opposed to like milk chocolate. Because they don't really list the ingredients here. So I think that's probably in that giant ass explanation, which I'll post. But this is very boozy. So if you like super boozy beers, this is right up your alley. This is listed at 10% ABV. It drinks like it's heavier. It drinks like more ABV than that.
Oh, wow.
Because the bourbon flavors are so pronounced. It's really good, but it's very much like a winter beer. Like it's something you'd want when you're sitting by a fucking fireplace in your house when it's snowing outside.
I dig that.
But it's good. It's just not really what it classifies as a summer beer. I just grabbed it because it happened to be on the shelf. So, but
And you like the can art.
I do like the can art and Clown Shoes. I will grab almost anything of theirs if I can find it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yummy.
Cheers to that. So, what is your opinion on this one?
Is this enough for both of us? Is this enough for both of us?
Oh no, I saw this.
Son Sara, ma tu sei pazza! Sara, tu... It's enough, and we don't... I have to eat this shit pasta so short.
What do you mean? I just...
This is not spaghetti, my love, come on.
It doesn't fit in the
You have
pan.
to understand me. No, you can't cut the pasta so...
But it just didn't fit in the pan.
I don't go in the pan, my love. You cut the pasta. You know that is illegal in Italy.
It's illegal in Italy.
He's so caring, my love. But come the fuck on, my love.
Right.
No, no, that's a cardinal thing. Don't break the spaghetti. It's like as soon as like it starts going in, you have the pasta water boiling, stir it around a little bit. It's going to settle down. Don't break that in half, and don't use a fork on it either. Grab a couple less pieces of pasta, you savage.
Oh wow!
God's sake.
You have some strong opinions on pasta.
I do. I
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
okay. I want to go in
Yes.
on this.
I'm sorry. I take my food seriously.
And I'll leave for a second.
Yeah, angel hair.
I'll take it or leave it.
It's shit pasta.
It's really not anything to do with. If you're going to do it, you can get like a regular size spaghetti. It depends. Are you going to have a red sauce or a white sauce? What are you really looking to do with it? I'm just saying, each different type of pasta and shape and thickness is a better conduit for a different type of sauce.
Sure. But if I'm going to do spaghetti, I'm going to probably do thicker noodles only because I like that more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really dig fettuccine because it's really thick and like fun to swirl on a fork. And I think Lauren, you're right. Apparently, my love is like the bless your heart of Italy.
Oh, bless your heart!
Like he's like, my love, don't do that. And like, he was like reprimanding her, but including my love and to soften.
Is this
the
enough
blow.
for both of us? Is this enough for both of us?
No, a little bit
Oh, just the snap.
He was like, "Oh, my heart!"
Oh no, please! It's breaking in front of me, just like the crumbling pasta. Oh my lord,
Greg, your opinion on angel hair pasta?
Trash. But
yes.
I do want to defend a little bit the breaking of the pasta if that's possible.
Yeah, I will.
The floor is yours.
Just a little.
Go
just
ahead.
A little.
No, go ahead.
The only reason I started it is because, and I'll blame my kids for this because, like, they wouldn't eat the long pasta. So then I would just break half of it, and then like it was like half long, half short. So then they wouldn't bitch. But that was the only reason I did it. So I blame them, and it's a parenting thing.
Did you ever have to?
Oh,
Cut
I
their
refuse
pasta
to do
for
it
them?
now.
No,
Excuse
but
me?
when they were little, did you cut their pasta for them?
No, I
To
would
make
just
it
break
smaller?
it. I would just
No,
break it.
I mean like when it was cooked.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I used to do that.
Oh,
they were little.
I know. That's why I'm defending. Apparently, my butchering of pasta because this guy, like, in my opinion, like this is real because.
For both of us? Is this enough
oh, it
for
is.
both of us?
There's emotion. Wait for it.
Right, and he wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be like assholish to her, but at
No.
some point he was like, "That's a no-no, and you need to understand that shit."
Yeah.
Like I don't. What were you gonna say, Doug?
No, you go ahead. I have a thought after
No,
that.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, as someone who is, I'm not married, but I've been in a long-term relationship, probably longer than you guys, with all due respect, and there are certain ways you say certain things. Like, how do you tell your lady she's completely wrong? You know what I mean? When she's trying to, like, you know, listen, she's trying to cook the food. She's not. This isn't anything to like.
She knew what she was doing. She wanted this
doing
reaction.
to this video, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh no,
then-
this was totally perfect. This wasn't just like, oh, just watch me. This. She's like, oh, I'm gonna do this because it's gonna make him very sad and make him feel things.
Oh, okay.
That's why she was getting the rise.
Right, but he didn't see that though at the time.
Oh no, he didn't, which makes it even better because that's the thing. As long as
It was
it's
a genuine reaction from him.
if you
yeah.
have someone who loves you like that deeply and you do it for the joke, and after the fact they'll get that, then that's totally okay. Otherwise, then that might not go over so well. But
No, you're right, and I guess right. See, again, I'm a little slow this week. Apparently.
she know that's why she has the little crying laughy emoji face, which
Right,
is
breaking the spaghetti in front of my Italian fiance. You did that on purpose, lady.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But it was-
Yeah, no, but he
it
didn't
was-
see
but it
the
was-
phone, so that way, as soon as you heard the snap, you heard the snap of his little Italian heart. No.
I saw some video, and I can't remember the exact context, so you have to forgive me, but it was similar to this in that it was this woman with her Italian fiance, and she said something or did something about it was pizza. She was trying to cut it with a fork and a knife. And he was like, you cannot do this. I can never come to this restaurant again.
Yeah.
He said, I cannot. It's too embarrassing. And he was like very much like that guy. Like, you cannot do this, my love. Like he was like he was trying his very best to be nice. He's like, you can't do that.
Italians get very, very personal when it comes to like their pasta and hair. So I will tell you, go on YouTube, look any like Italian recipe thing that's done by an American, and I will say about 75% of the comments are pissed off Italians that you're just fucking this up to no end. It's like, what are you doing? No, you're taking the cheese and then you mix it around. But it's cool.
And I have no idea who this is, and I don't actually want to know. It doesn't matter. But she was cooking. It doesn't matter for the point that I'm going to make, which is she was cooking him a meal. He should shut the fuck up. That is again an American position for an international kind of thing because the guy is clearly not from here. So like an American, yes, will say, "Yeah, I'm cooking you a meal, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up." Right. Like, and I don't disagree with whoever said this and what they said. Like, but that's not. I don't know if that's the angle that you're going to take. Which again, my point, my thing is the significant other part about this, and the dynamic of you calling them out in a way that's not just going to blow up the whole fucking.
Hey, sweetheart,
you know what I mean?
That was really nice, but maybe next time we could just try it this way instead. Only if that's okay, and that's totally fine if you don't want to. But maybe.
Yeah, but
that will never get old.
It's enough. We don't. I have to eat this shit pasta so short.
The shit pasta.
This is not spaghetti, my love. Come on.
It doesn't fit in the
You
pan.
don't understand me. No, you can't cut the pasta so.
But it just didn't fit in the pan.
Go in the pan, my love. You cut the pasta. You know that is illegal in Italy.
Oh,
okay. So that brings me to a question for both of you. Let's say your significant other makes you a meal and they're trying something new and it doesn't work quite out the way they expected, or something that did work out the way they expected, but it wasn't your jam. What do you say?
Find the good notes and go with that. Although at the same point, my wife and I are pretty honest with each other when it comes to trying new food, and we'll still be pretty forgiving about it. For like, hey, I'm trying something new. If you don't like it, and I'm sure we both made things where it's like, it's like, is it good?
Yeah,
yeah. No, that's okay. But at least that way, it's like I'm also from the school of tell me it's not good, or I'm going to make it again at some point, and then you're just going to be the one suffering because you couldn't be honest with me. And we're kind of both in the same boat. The nice thing is, though, it's like she's a good cook, and I'm a good cook as well. So there's typically not too many things that we'd screw up anyway.
Yeah.
Greg?
No, Greg, you next, man. I asked the question.
Doug, well, Doug's we have a private chat. We have many chats, Doug, because we get in these productions. But one of them, we had a discussion this week about my 15-year-old making or smoking a beef brisket. So this is kind of the same angle where, it's not my significant other, but it's someone that I'm not trying to like tread on, and I'm not trying to, especially at his age, I'm not really trying to fuck with his confidence, if that makes any sense. My son, long story short, made a brisket, and it was probably the worst brisket I've ever had in my life.
Oh no!
So, and I wasn't the only one. Everybody knew it. It was it was so chewy, Steve, you couldn't really even digest it. If that makes sense. Right.
Yeah,
So
it does.
It was almost inedible. The dude nailed like the spices. It tasted good, but I just couldn't. Nobody could.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
More marinade.
It's just awkward when you're sitting at the table and you're just like, and then in my house, I'm the guy that like everybody looks at me almost to speak the truth. So like that has good and bad connotations.
Oh
Because
yeah,
again,
it does.
Right, because it's good because people listen to what I say, but it's also bad because I'm the one who has to be like the fucking evil.
Oh, I'm
Grim
the
Reaper
asshole
of
now.
death.
Yeah.
Right. I have to be the first one to be like, look, kid. This
It's like,
I don't
look,
even
look,
really-
bud, your seasoning was on point, but the dog won't even
Right,
eat.
right. Actually, at this point in my life, and our lives where we're at, the lady and I are. That's a lot easier than navigating the kids. Actually, to be honest with you, because I'll be, I'll say my piece at dinner, and then when we have our private time, I'll be like, and she's like, yeah, it was really bad. I got it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just give her that look like that wasn't. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm not trying to crush the kid's confidence, and I don't know. The kid was cool. Kid was cool actually. He was like, look, I looked. I didn't do it too long. I needed to go longer. It's cool. And then we all knew going in that like brisket was. We just got this new like $1,000 smoker, Steve. This is another thing Doug knows. We got this big one of those Kamados. Cookers.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, the ceramic ones. And we're just all as a family going through this and trying to figure out and smoking. And we've had
You got to learn it.
Right.
Yeah.
We had some fails. And we all knew that brisket was going to be like the toughest meat. And
that's a rough one, man.
Right. And my 15-year-old stepped up and said, I want to be the first one to do it. So we're
Good
all
on
like,
'em.
yeah. But we're all like, dude, you know that you're on an uphill battle here. And I didn't even have, I don't like saying this. I don't like the term anymore, but I'm going to say it. I didn't even have the balls to step up and be the first one to be like, here, I'll do the brisket. So he did. So like we didn't really come at him or anything, but it was one of these touchy things, Doug, where again, I didn't really want to crush his confidence. And at the same time, I didn't want to be an asshole too. Like you tried for 8 hours, 10 hours to do a brisket. You're out there, you're doing everything. You put the research in, you did all that shit. So like, some of them I want to be like, dude, that's cool. But like, you know what I mean? I was like, I even said to Michelle, I was like, I'm not even gonna, I'll do whatever so I don't have to eat that shit again.
Yeah. I don't know. Stuff like that. I think if you find a certain way to, I don't want to necessarily say like play it off, but at least like lessen the blow to be like, hey, listen, man, the spices, the flavor, it tasted really good. It's like, I think just trying to work out the right temperature with the grill, we might need to try this. It's like kind of trying to find the nice way to kind of ease it in a little bit. It's like, give some positivity, keep that going. So that way the spirits are still up. Like, hey, you still did this part great, but we just might need to alter this.
So Steve, you believe in the sandwich. You say something positive, you say something negative, and then you say something positive. It's don't they call it like a psychological, like when you have to say something bad, you wrap it around positive shit.
Well, yeah, because if I come to you and just say nothing but negative shit, are you ever going to want to hear my opinion or take anything seriously? Absolutely not.
No.
But the thing that I found in like, I've had like, whether it's in like food service or offices, like I've had years of management, that's kind of a way. And that's a way that I would like to be spoken to. It's like, hey, all right, this went really well. And we appreciate you doing this. We might need to change it or like alter this course just a little bit more just to see if we can get some different results. And I'm really looking forward to helping you out with that or something we can do together. That way it's like positive, here's some critique, positive again. So at least it's begins on a positive note or happier note and then ends on the more positive note too. So it's not that negative feeling just isn't left lingering like a really bad fart in the air and you're just walking away by that point.
Right. And that's another reason to wear masks is that I don't want your fart. I don't want to smell your damn farts. So Doug, you'll
still smell it.
Okay. So Doug, we'll answer your own damn question.
I can. So like the good thing is like Steve with your wife is like Jill and I are really good about being honest with each other about different things. So like there's So this year during the pandemic, I actually made an effort to really learn how to cook. Now I am a recipe person. I can't just be like, I'm just gonna throw a bunch of shit and together. I can't do that. I need a process. I need this, and this. So there'll be things like, like my wife is a fucking excellent cook. She cooks by feel, and I like just taste, and I can't do that. So there's some things like for me, mostly it usually ends up being too spicy and I have heartburn issues and stuff like that. So there's times where I'm like, that tastes excellent, but I can't eat a lot of it. Like, I just know that's going to be I'm going to be in pain later. But, you know, we are good about being able to be honest, but like you said, just kind of softening the blow just enough so you understand that like she's eating stuff of mine that hasn't been good.
Yeah.
And she's good about being like, hey, maybe we just back off of the spice, or you salted that too much.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you where I really fuck up is sauteing greens. I am
really
doing that. I always put too much oil, too much salt, or too much garlic. It's one of the three, and I just cannot make that right. I've tried multiple times, and I'm just bad at it.
Well, I am gonna have a little bit of disagreement. There is no such thing as too much garlic. That is like a main spice in our house. You have salt, pepper, garlic. You just throw that in there.
Well, this was the thing is like, we're not using like actual garlic. Like, here's some garlic powder to throw.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And that can be very
okay
too much.
Yeah,
and I'm a bad judge of it because I don't have exact measurements.
Yeah,
if I go, all right, I have this much, I'm just going to throw this much, and instead I just freestyle it, and that doesn't work for me.
Gotcha.
Whereas Jill can be like, all right, here's this, and just throw a bunch of things in, and it fucking tastes great. And I'm just like, I am envious of you because I can't do that shit.
Yeah, great thing. Unless you, I don't know if you do it right. As like if it's something like a longer involved dish, taste as you go. That's literally the best thing you can do for yourself. If you have like a sauce going or like a little marinade, just give it a taste. You're like, okay, it's a little too peppery. Let's throw in maybe some like oregano or some type of like Italian seasoning, some thyme to kind of like level it out a little bit more.
Yeah, there is a. Like I said, with my cooking, just eat cereal. Yeah, Manny.
There you go, Manny. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, he's a cereal
crunch all the way.
Yeah, but he's a cerealholic. So like he was on their show before, and he poured beer into a cereal on the show and ate it.
That might be a little far for me, but I am a bit of a cereal fiend. But I'll take my 2% or whole milk, please.
Then you need to hook up with Manny and watch all the fucking cereal he finds. It's
we'll send you his shit. We'll send you his shit
because it's awesome. Right. It's awesome. He poured a sour beer into a cereal and just ate it, and I was like, not in a million years for me, but dude, you fucking rock that shit.
Hey, you know what? If you go for it, and hey, whatever floats your boat, man. And if it's just for even like the shock value, I appreciate that even more then too. But just sour beer,
shock value.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think your approach, Steve, is exactly right. You can
look at
that. I love you too, Manny.
You gotta look at it. You got a fan, man.
But that whole sandwich concept, Greg, is right. You can, and if you working in, so like I said, I work in IT, but IT is like it's mostly customer service. You're dealing with people all the time. So if you can go, here's this cool thing, here's this thing that sucks, and here's this cool thing, and if you can kind of give it a little envelope of love around it, I think it makes it an easier pill to swallow.
I'm a people person, damn it.
It's like giving your dog a pill and you have to wrap it in cheese. Just
it's literally what we have to do.
Yeah. So
they chew through the pill pockets. You give them cheese, that goes right down.
Mm-hmm. Then they just swallow that shit whole.
Yep. You're drooling so much. God damn it.
All right, Steve. It's that time that we have to start to do this break off that we do, which is called the wrap of the show.
Okay.
So, Steve, do you want to talk about, first of all, what were you drinking and how did you enjoy it?
So I will come back. I was drinking the Root Down Forever 4th anniversary hazy IPA edition. And when I had this for the first time on Sunday, I said I had to bring this home. And so I got my 4-pack and I brought it home. And I don't know how I was drinking it, but I was drinking it from this. I'll bring up my little Pit Boy man with the Hot explosion in it. Yeah, that's he found that. I don't know where he found it. I just know that just made my heart happy when he's like, I got you something, and not just you. I got Steve something that he would enjoy. So it brings one of my favorite game series and beer. So it's two things in life that make me happy.
Look at that. Root Down, fantastic brewery. That's in downtown what city?
Phoenixville.
Phoenixville, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so is Stable 12.
So is Stable 12. You got it. Yep.
Yeah. That should, man. So and where can we find our fantastic super fun game review podcast go?
I love the switch with the read off. It's perfect. You can find us on
we're professionals here, Steve.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, pretty much anywhere you can find like your major podcasts. If you type in those fun 6 words in a row, once you type it in once or twice, then it'll never have to show up again or remember it.
And your format is generally, you went over this earlier, but your format is generally one video game per show.
Yeah, so it will pretty much be we'll do a video game review, which will be anything from like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, up to like PS4, because not everybody has PS5 yet. I think Clark's the only one in the group that has it. And then 2 weeks after that is our in-between show, which is just a random hodgepodge of personal life update, or we talk about disc golf, just random shit going on in our lives. That's kind of more like the down to earth, not so much about the business episodes that come out every 2 weeks. You get one and then the other.
All right. And before you go, I wanted to mention that y'all gonna laugh. Who cares? Today is World UFO Day 2021.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Have you ever seen a UFO, Doug?
I have not, but I would fucking love to.
Steve, have you seen a UFO?
Not personally, but I'd totally be okay with it. And I think, don't they call them UAPs now? Unidentified aerial projectile? I think they call it something like that. I don't know. I may be going off into like conspiracy land a little bit, but I do that every once in a while.
Already there, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. I love it. I don't know. I'm on the big thing where it's like we keep looking in space, and yeah, there's stuff there. What's under the sea? Let's take a look. We've only explored like less than 10% of the ocean itself. Who knows what the fuck is down there?
Tony has seen a UFO.
Yeah. All right, we need more information on that.
and Steve is right. We've explored more. I believe they say we explored more of the solar system than we have of our own oceans. I think that's one of the things that one of those smart people said.
Yeah, I don't know. It was someone who's
Listen, man, I don't know everything. I just repeat shit that smart people say.
And does it sound like fun to me or something I'm interested in? Yeah, we'll see what's going on there. What's up with the pyramids? What's up with the unidentified aerial phenomenon? Thank you, John. Thank you, Jonathan. That's it. That was the P for UAP. Thank you.
God damn it.
Okay.
It's out there.
I don't even know what to say.
The truth is out there.
Steve, thank you for coming on and making our show vastly more entertaining than it would be if it was just Doug and I.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. I love this.
Steve, stick around if you want to have libations with us two crazy cats.
I dig it.
I'll see you soon. But also, thank you for also joining on to the project of Where's Our Wonderful Project here. Yeah, Lag Libations and Lost Saves. Look for that. Our pilot episode should be out in July. I can't guarantee that, but it should be.
We'll let you know.
Right. Soon, too. Thanks, Steve.
Soon. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Steve.
So, Doug, I am very, very excited about this for many reasons. I am excited for Tony was in hold on. He was in upstate South Carolina, not far from Atlanta.
Wow.
He saw Triangle Lights. I don't doubt this at all.
I don't either.
Right. I'm tired of it all. I'm tired of the whole doubting UFO thing. Now, the whole Sasquatch thing is a different.
It's feeling a bit squatchy out there. Yes.
But like part of the problem with these, especially the UFO things, is like these crazy ass shows with all due respect, lunatics, and like they like delegitimize the whole. You know, if there's a serious aspect of UFOs, they just make it a farce.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. It's fucking weird shit when you see those shows because people are like, they seem like they're way out on the fringe. So yeah,
no sound. Even if you're not sober, if you see what you see, you saw what you saw.
Yeah, Tony,
right?
we don't doubt you at all. We're
Right?
on your team on this. Like, I totally believe that.
But like some people, like I think the reason why Tony said it, and he can, he can reply, but I think it's because people like dismiss people who see these things and say, "Oh, they were drunk or they were sick," or you know what I mean? Like they make up all these excuses, and it's like, "Oh no, I was pretty much sober and I saw that shit." So, really, so Doug, get to your beers.
Yeah. All right. So, I am gonna say that this one and this one were about even for different, like obviously completely different beers. One was a West Coast Pale Ale, and the Clown Shoes one, which this was just all booze. This one I think was a little long in the tooth. It wasn't bad. I think I just waited too long to drink this. So these were about even. But I have to say the thing that was the best was this s'mores stout, oatmeal s'more stout. It was oatmeal coffee. It was really, really good, really well balanced. It was only 6.5% ABV, which usually when you have these kind of things where it feels almost like a pastry stout, it drinks like that, but the ABV is low. So yeah, this was really good. The S'mores with Churchill from Warhorse Brewing. Really have an affinity for that brewery in upstate New York. They make some really good stuff. What about you,
man? Sweet. So this is sweetest. Oh, the sweetest thing is not a YouTube. I just fucking ruined it. Now we're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah.
This is a little bit too sweet for me. If you like sweet beers, pastry stouts, that's your jam. This was good, but a less sweet, but still a little bit too much sweet. If I had to critique this, I'd say a little bit too much sweet, a little bit too much body for it to be like a summer drinker. But it was a good, tasty beer, and you could taste the lime, you could taste the watermelon. Had a nice goza finish. It's really nice, liked it. But this is definitely the winner. This oat cream IPA, very well executed. If you notice, it was just Untitled Art. Notice there's no. This is where they put the collaboration brewery.
Yeah. Yep.
No collaboration brewery. So this is just one of their own beers
that
they've owned. Fantastic IPA, nice, creamy, nice body. So then next week we're going to share the screen for this. I hope this is it.
That's it, baby.
Yes. So we have MJ and Aaron Govea, who have written a book called Men and Miscarriage, A Dad's Guide to Grief, Relationships, and Healing After Loss. If you guys have not heard the story of MJ and Aaron and how they came to write that book, I will put those links we should put it on our social media, Doug. Maybe you can put it on Scotchfully too.
Yeah, well,
this stream goes on Scotchfully. We should put those in so you guys can actually read the story about how MJ and Aaron came to write this wonderful book. You can get it on Amazon now. Men and Miscarriage. Actually, let me put it up here. We got time, right? We got time. I mean, where are we going, Doug? Where the hell are you going? You got time. Right. Let's see here. And no, I have not bought it yet, but I will by next week. Men and Miscarriage, Dad's Guide to Grief, Relationships, and Healing After Loss. This is one that hits the dads in the group. I've never had a miscarriage, so I can't relate. But apparently Aaron talks about in the book, and we'll get to it next week, about how obviously it's one thing for the woman to go through, but it's also another thing for the husband and the man to go through. And it seems like men have, or feels like men have less support, and seek out less support. So like there's a double-headed bad thing going on there, Doug. And we as men, we do this with medical shit too. Like we don't face our medical shit, as much as women do.
Uh-huh.
And this is why we kind of are where we are medically. Anyway.
Yeah. So it's going to be intriguing to have them on because, like you said, with the medical shit, and like we as guys tend to not seek out help, or we think we need to be strong, we need to be the Rock kind of stuff. And I'll be intrigued to see how Aaron talks about how he navigated that through that journey, because yeah, that's a hard thing for both parties. And yeah, it's probably harder for the females who have had to deal with that, but it's also hard for the guys too. So I'm really looking for, Aaron's a masshole, so it'll be fun in that respect. But like, this will be a great show because we'll have MJ on too, because we'll get to hear her perspective from this. It'll be awesome.
I was gonna say MJ is the better half, so it's gonna be, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't do many interviews either. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great because she doesn't do many interviews, and she's the better half of Aaron Gouveia, and we've seen Aaron Gouveia a couple times, and Aaron Gouveia argues about everything, but he will not argue that MJ is his better half. He won't.
No, he won't. He
especially
many times.
Especially not in front of MJ. but no. He especially not in front of MJ. But the truth is, though, without MJ around, he'd be the first one to be like, "Look, she's my better half, and I'm a goof." Especially with the football teams, but. Well,
yeah. All the sports teams, really, but that's okay. But
we should really give him shit about his stupid Patriots. They're terrible. They're a terrible team now. So
I have a lot to give him shit about for the Celtics and their little fucking merry-go-round with their coaching stuff. So yeah, I have stuff to talk about. But I also don't want to take stuff away from the topic that we're going to be talking about. That will be extraneous, but it'll be fun.
No, but part of the wonderfulness of what we do is the seriousness and the funness and the seriousness. So we're gonna have to get to some fun. So we'll have to. I didn't get the food shame Steve though for his dislike of caramel. I'm like, what was that? I don't even. What do you shake your head for?
Yeah, because caramel is garbage. It can burn in hell. For all I'm concerned.
How the fuck? Listen, caramel is just sugar. How do you not like sugar? How do you not like sugar?
Easy. It's way overdone sugar. It's sugar that wants to be fancy sugar and just put where it's not supposed to be.
Did you invite this motherfucker on, or was it me? Like.
That was all you, buddy.
Who does this shit? Like, who books this show? I'm disappointed in all of you.